My biggest question for people who are full-time resellers, and of course this is a bit of a nosy one, everyone, my name is Camille and this is my channel by Camille, where I talk all about reselling. So today I thought I would just do a very simple introduction video. I hadn't even thought of it until I saw it on someone else's channel and I was like, wow, that is a great idea to do a little introduction so that, we can be friends and you can learn a little bit more about me. So my whole, basically introduction to any kind of reselling at all was at my first job. I worked at TJ Maxx, which, if you don't know, is a discount store where they just basically take like overstock clothing, which in a sense is kind of like reselling. And when I was at that job, once in a while we would have these two shoppers and they would spend like $2,000, and it was really out of the ordinary to see that, and we'd kind of like almost like like whisper to each other, oh, they sell that stuff on eBay, like it was bad or something. But we just really didn't like kind of understand that. And for me, I think what I thought eBay was that you kind of sell stuff that you have in your home, maybe you didn't get to return it, and you just kind of make that money back, or just stuff you don't want. I never really thought of it in a way to make actual profit and be a business. And at the time when I worked at TJ Maxx, I also did fashion blogging. It was just kind of like amateur little fashion blogs. So I'd buy so much clothes, like tons of clothes. I think you've heard of like the yellow tag sales that they have. Oh my goodness, that plus a discount will get you bags full of clothes. So I was also doing fashion blogging at the time, which I just wanted, constantly new outfits, new trends. Constantly buying clothes and jewelry and accessories, and I still have a lot of stuff actually left over from that time, which now I'm starting to offload because I don't have a lot of stuff that's like one style. So anyways, one day I was actually in between jobs at the time. I started working for a shoe company and I was doing an internship, just trying to pivot out of that job at TJ Maxx. And so one day I was watching this show. I can't remember what it was called, but it was about stylists. And this team of stylists, it was two women, they had this fashion bus. And basically it was just all kinds of different clothing and, stuff they could pick up clothes to bring to their clients and style their clients. I thought it was the most ingenious, awesome idea. And the next week I went out and I bought a used box truck. Just like one you would get when you're moving. So I bought that truck and I outfitted it to make it, I used to call it like your dream walk-in closet, or I guess what would be my dream walk-in closet if I had, anything I wanted, basically. It had a chandelier. I'll put photos here while I'm talking. It had a chandelier, had a dressing room, and I had clothing, accessories, gifts. I had stuff from local makers and shoes, just pretty much everything. And with that kind of business, it was pretty much seasonal. And of course I was working full time and I was working, weekends, booking events, doing all that kinds of stuff. And it wasn't really, there's 3 reasons why I migrated out of that business. The top reason is it wasn't really sustainable for me. It wasn't really the lifestyle that I was looking for. The second reason is that, what's the second reason? Oh, so the second reason is where I live in New England, the weather, even in the summer, my last year I had the truck, it was over the summer, it rained every single weekend. It was really disheartening. It made it really difficult. And, I wanted to bring my business and this truck out into the world, and I just couldn't do that. The third reason that I stopped that business is because of what the wholesale is, right? Wholesale is fast fashion. There's a lot of waste that comes with fast fashion, not only of the product itself, but the packaging. to get it. When you buy wholesale, everything is wrapped in plastic. There's rubber bands, there's tags, there's hangers. There's just so much waste that comes with buying wholesale. I just wasn't interested in it. And at one point in my travels, I was introduced to Poshmark. Because they have a wholesale market, I think someone had mentioned it to me that, like, oh, you can sell wholesale on Poshmark. So that's what I did. And it has been awesome to, offload some of this inventory that I don't want. I actually still have a lot of it left, like, I think 2 years later. But that is what it is. Stuff goes out of fashion so quickly when you're selling fast fashion. It's difficult to, turn it over quickly. Stay hydrated. I went down wrong. So when I actually went to list on Poshmark, I already had an account. When you have Facebook, I think you click on anything and it just creates an account for you. So I'm assuming that's how my account was, but I never listed on there. I never sold anything. I wish I had known back then what it was, because I would have been selling stuff probably for, since the app was probably a thing, if I had known really what it was, just because of the amount of clothing that I was consuming. And I had sold, in college you sell books. I think I sold them on eBay and Amazon, but it never really clicked or connected to me that, oh, you can sell clothes online. I'm not sure. It just wasn't really something that I pursued, I guess. But so now that, I have this outlet of Poshmark and I have the ability to thrift and, find awesome things, it's something that I really want to turn into full time. And so that is where I'm at now. I'm really hoping that this is something I can make into a full-time thing. My question to other resellers is, what do you consider? And my biggest question for people who are full-time resellers, and of course this is a bit of a nosy one, but what do you consider to you full-time? So is it comparable to what you made at your last job? Is it certain bills that you pay each month, with a partner that you've agreed on? Is it, supporting your whole family? Kind of what does that look like? Because that's what I'm exploring now. What I would consider for myself is I want to be making comparable to what I make now, after taxes, or before, taxes considered. I want to be taking home, and also, I want to be contributing to a retirement account. I want to be saving. It seems quite lofty right now, those goals that I have, but I know I can get there. It's going to take time. I've really started being more serious about reselling since literally the end of 2019. When everything, went to shit. What I need to work on now to reach the goals that I want to reach is sourcing. Where I live doesn't have the best prices to buy volume, and I have found some pretty decent high-end brands here and there, but I'm not able to go out at the rate that other people do because I do work full-time as well. So that is something that I have to work on, is sourcing in other ways. I know a lot of people have gotten very creative with that. I do have a video where I opened a Goodwill blue box. I've almost made my money back from that. And I did purchase a mystery box from another Poshmark seller, and that will be my next video if it comes in time. So if you have any videos about starting your reselling business or mistakes that you've made as a reseller, those are videos I love to watch. Definitely leave them below. If you have any comments about your goals to becoming a full-time reseller, or if you are one and have any comments about what you consider full-time, I would love to hear it. And the last thing I have for you is I do have a little bit of an improvement on my Poshmark setup, my room here. Yeah, that was my hot mess Poshmark room. And I have made it a little bit less hot mesh-ish. So I'll give you a quick little peek. I'm not going to do a full video on that anyways because it's just like too boring. I don't have any like involved inventory system. It's like one of those things where I know where it is, so I'll find it. I got these little shelves, so I moved all of my messy inventory. It's a little bit more organized now, and moved the room a little bit. So there we go. These shelves cost $40, and yeah, I should have bought them a long time ago. So I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and comment, and if you ever want to do a collaboration, let me know. I'll see you next time.